Malala's speech is a persuasive speech in a way of convincing or encouraging the audience, especially generation, the generation right now, that the current generation right now, to stop this injustice, and as well encouraging or convincing the world leaders to stop this injustice, especially the war that we are having, or the other countries was dealing right now, which have killed a lot of children, and instead use their power to promote peace or to keep the peace that the children w- is needing, or the children really needed. The persuasion method, or the method that she used to persuade the audience, or the audience that she was planning to be heard of, especially the world leaders, is to convincing them, and to in a way of telling them the truth, and telling them the experience she has, and the experience she has with her friends, and the children in their place, and the children that in the other countries that she knows that has been dealing with the same situation or the same misery that she has, and she successfully delivered those purposes, or on doing persuasion on them in a way of using the factuals persuasive speech, where he uses a true event or a real situation that she has encountered, and making them believe that it really happens, that he uses his or herself as a witness and a victim of such problem, and it needs to be solved. And the next type of persuasive speech she uses, the value persuasive speech, where there was a part, or her speech is all about telling what is right and wrong in the situation she is dealing with in their place, which is it is not good that the students or the children aren't receiving a good education. And in that way, she is using value persuasive speech. And the next type of persuasive speech is that she uses is policy persuasive speech, where she wants, or she encourages the audience, or especially the world leaders, to change their perception, or change the top list of their purposes, which is the war, that instead of purchasing the weapons on the war, that is the reason that, or the reason why a lot of children has been killed, that instead of focusing on that, or spending a lot of funds in that, instead, why not providing good education on the students, or on the children who really needs an education. And the speaker, or Malala, uses his or her speech in a way of policy persuasive speech, to instead of using the leaders' power or the other country's power to kill people or to destroy the peace. Instead, why not use it to keep the peace or prolong the peace, and use it to the education that the student or the children really needs in this world. That is why Malala's speech, or Malala, really deserves the prize, or the Nobel Peace Prize, or the award that she have received, because she uses a lot of the voice of a lot of children, the 60 million voice of children who encounters or faces a situation that faces the situation the same as hers, or even worse. The loss of the loved ones because of the war, the injustice, the forced labor, the forced marriage in such an early age, and that causes a lot of cost lot of problems in this world, especially the new generation or the children, which soon be the new leaders. So instead of war, why not spending it on education, where education don't teach children to kill people. Instead, education teaches their students or the students how to prolong the peace, how to love the neighbors, how to love each other, to grow their knowledge, to explore their capacity, and especially their potentials that may be used in the soon as a new leaders of their countries. So that is the connection of education and the peace that a lot of people or the children is really fighting for right now.